Hey there, it's Chris from Nowitski Sub, and in this video I'm going to show you what I received from NLess 160 and how I painted up my 3D printed VW Golf. I located this company called NLess 160 through Facebook. That's the only presence that they currently have where you can place orders and see their catalog, and they make just N-scale 3D printed models, and they're certainly open to lots of suggestions and options, and they're coming up with their own ideas as well. So I was able to reach out to them and send in some suggestions of things I wanted to have added to my layout, especially being a modern day N-scaler. The selections from your normal commercial manufacturers is not very high necessarily. So I received my package of goodies, and as soon as I opened up the box, you can certainly tell that it was very well packaged. Every individual piece that was inside there, very well cared for, and certainly making sure that Canada Post didn't have an opportunity to destroy anything. Now I ended up ordering several vehicles, all of which have some specific goals later on for my layout, and each one then came in individually wrapped, as well as in there he included a couple of the initial test prints for some of my weird requests that I sent him. So I have quite a few vehicles to be able to work with, and here you can see some of the extra test prints that I'll see whether or not I can incorporate them later on. And then each individual vehicle that I ordered. The focus of this video is just on my VW Golf, but you can see right now I'm opening up what will end up being a UPS delivery truck. The next one I'm opening up is going to end up being a maintenance away vehicle for the CP crew. So like a welding truck to be able to add to the little fleet of maintenance vehicles for yard work and various track work around. And then the next one is the VW Golf. So this is the one that I'm going to end up painting up and will be the first one to be featured on my layout. And the last item is not actually a vehicle, but it's certainly vehicle related, and this is a section of guardrail that I will probably incorporate somewhere around my station to certainly increase the level of safety for vehicles and pedestrians in the station area. So this gives you an overview of the prints, and just to sort of test the scale and to check them out, I took this photograph beside a couple Atlas vehicles that I already had, just to see the comparison between the commercial products and the 3D printed ones. And here's with a N-scale ruler my VW Golf. So an actual Golf is approximately 16 feet long, and here you see it's bang on. So certainly accurate prints right down to plus or minus a few inches. So first thing that you have to do is you have to cut away your supports. So a little hobby knife certainly did the trick very easily. The next step that I did to prepare it for printing is I gave it a shot of Tamiya's extra fine primer, just to give a little extra something for the paint to be able to actually grab onto, stay on there, because I certainly don't want it to go anywhere. step was to paint it black. So what I decided to keep it simple for myself, and I used the Rust-Oleum Semi Gloss paint and spray painted it all black. And once that dried, then I started doing some finer details. So what I used was a fast color shiny silver, and used that on all the glass, and I did the hubcaps originally. Now eventually I didn't like how the hubcaps looked, so I went back with a much darker gray to go back over. But the fast color silver that you can see here gives a nice shiny effect. It's actually designed for RC bodies. So here you can see the finished product with the adjusted hubcaps. I decided not to do any type of clear coat over top because I'm not really going to be handling these very much. And now it's time to place it on the layout. So overall, I'm very happy with my 3D printed VW Golf. This car is kind of important to me from a rail fanning perspective, because when I started actually getting into rail fanning, this was the car that I had. And lots of family trips and rail fanning time was done in this vehicle, so it's great to have on my layout. Very happy with the quality of the print and the end product. So thanks for watching.